You guys glad to be back home?
Yeah, it's been a tough first half. 7 of 10 on the road, and it's just the nature of the beast, I guess. But nice to have 7 of 10 in the second half at home. Yeah, it'll be really good to be back in the path.
You guys are 6-0 at home. What is it about working together?
Well, great crowds. Obviously, you know, I think we're averaging close to 5,000 a night in there. And, you know, it's where we get to train. So I think just generally you're a little more familiar with the space and, you know, we feel a little more comfortable there. But we also know that we got a bunch of really tough teams left on our schedule. We get to repeat, obviously, Penn State coming up this weekend, but we get another crack at Michigan State, and obviously Wisconsin, Nebraska. So, you know, as it has been with this conference all year, the hits keep coming, and you know we'll do our best.
Are you happy with where your team is halfway through?
Yeah, I mean, I'm obviously you know you'd like a couple more wins and all of that stuff, but I think to this team's credit, there's been a lot of great grit shown, a lot of battle on the road, and you know that they're not always great lessons to learn in terms of easy lessons to learn, but they're important. So you know, as much as it hurts to lose, I think we've been able to learn some things about how we can improve and built on that for the following matches. I think that's one of the strengths of this group is their ability to learn.
How do you keep your team focused on Rutgers, not looking ahead to Penn State?
Well, we always play it one at a time, and you know we also understand that it's we're human, and you know there's a tendency to get wrapped up in expectation. But you know, even looking back at last week, I don't think we were not worried about Iowa, and we were able to put 2 pretty good performances together. But the lesson learned from that weekend was, I get it, historically, traditionally, you could perhaps discount some teams in this league, but that's not the case this year. So, you know, we learned a lesson in terms of the parity of the league, and I don't think that will be lost on us this weekend.
Being at a different place in the conference standings than you were this time last season, is there a smaller margin for error for this group at this point?
Well, yeah, I think it's always tough to compare season to season. I think, you know, obviously, as I said earlier, as much as you want to win all these 5 gamers we've lost on the road, at the end of the day, you know, that presents an opportunity for improvement. And so who knows what's going to happen in this conference. The way they've scheduled it and the way it's set up, it's a little bit different than it was. So I think it's going to be challenging for anyone to not lose a few matches this year and come out ahead. So I think we still got a pulse, but we're not too wrapped up in what happens at the end. We're trying to get wrapped up in what happens, you know, today and this weekend. Hi.
Hi. Tapp.
Yeah.
Having the dig pink game, what does that mean to BGC?
Well, we like the idea that we can support breast cancer awareness. Obviously, we think it's a great cause, and to be connected to something a little bit bigger than ourselves is, I think, a good thing for any sports team to be a part of. But it's a great cause, and we'll do our best to you know get a lot of fans out there and hopefully make some donations.
Like you said, just using our stage to create awareness and use that to our advantage and leverage that.
And in the second half of the Big Ten season, what are the team strengths at this point? What is going to help this team go the distance and hopefully get some of those wins to make up for the split road trip here in the middle?
Yeah, I think we've been building upon our unity a lot and really using that as a strength and continuing to build on that and grow as a team. And obviously we have a bunch of little incremental improvements to make individually, but collectively just growing together and really leveraging our strength as one unit and doing that as we go into the second half of the Big Ten season.
Coach touched on it a little bit earlier, but now that you guys are home for the majority of these last matches, is that an advantage to you guys? And if so, how do you build on that and keep that consistency up through the second half?
It's awesome to play at home, so it'll be great to be at home a little more, play in front of our fans. It's always a treat to play at the Pav, so we're definitely looking forward to that. And we played a lot of good teams the first half, and so it'll be fun to play them at home.
Hannah, has it hit you yet that this is, you're halfway through your final year?
Yeah, it's going really fast, but definitely trying to not take any moment for granted and just really enjoy every moment, and to continue to do that throughout the rest of the season.
You ladies enjoy playing at the Pav. Is there any special reason why?
Why I enjoy playing at the Pav, I think it's a great atmosphere, how the fans can come together. We have a great home fan base that everyone's there to support. I'm from Minnesota, so it's great to have my family there, my close friends there, and I just really like playing in the sports pavilion. I think it's a great environment to play in. It gets loud. It's really fun.